So, hi, my name's Latui, and I'm going to be teaching you the best techniques for bridges. Any type of bridge. So, Hive, CubeCraft, all types of bridges. First, I'm just going to teach you the basics. If you want, you can skip like a minute of the video. I'll put the minute in the description. So basically, the basics of how to bridge is basically all you need to do. Not bridge, how to bridge. But you just need to place blocks under you to get to the other side faster. Now here's a quick tip, like an important tip. If there's an opponent running at you, okay, the speed you have to get across has to be faster. So I recommend, because sprint jumping is faster than sprint jumping and placing, because after it will cause effect. You come to the guy, and then let's say the guy ran, and you guys meet at the mid, like around here. Okay, what you need to do is you block this, you come up here, then you just build upwards, and then you build over the guy. You have to build over the guy, and you can potentially jump, hit him off, and he just falls down there. So basically, but if you build, like for example, you build your own bridge, and the opponent tries to come through the messed up mid, which is already messed up from before, you have your own bridge, just sprint jump over it. It's not that hard. The only time on your own bridge when there's no one attacking you, and there's no one on the bridge with you, that you should place blocks is when you're clutching. So if you see the guys aiming a bow at you, what you gotta do is you just spam some blocks like this, and then you're safe pretty much. Another thing you wanna learn is, if you're bridging, you see this, that area is very important. Because if you're on a normal bridge, it's a bit harder because you can't clutch and all. So something you might want to learn is to do sideways, and then just use like A or whatever you use is that hotkey to go straight left to bridge sideways. This also helps for wall bridging. Also, when you want to practice is wall bridging. Now this is all just movement and stuff. You wall bridge and everything. So the next thing that you need to learn is basically how to bridge. So quick tutorial. Bridging, just place full blocks, do it like that. Sometimes it just stops like this. I let go that time, but sometimes it just stops. Yeah, that's just CubeCraft for you. And if you're in Hive, an important thing you want to learn, next tip, important thing, not just for Hive players, CubeCraft players listen as well. If you're in Hive, there's a guy standing right here, he has a bow. Because Hive is filled with bow spammers. They all use bows and everything. So what you're going to learn is you have to learn how to do stuff like this, and like block and clutch and everything. You're going to want to learn basically how to prevent a bow from hitting you. Okay? So, also another important tip is that thing. You yourself have to use your bow a lot. So there's a guy right there. Bang him. Bang him. Bang. You just have to hit them with the thing. Also, another really good way to practice is go on like any world or like a server, go Zeka, block clutches. Not block clutches like that only. Block clutches like clutching, like, oh my god, I'm being attacked, and like this. You know what I mean. I'm very bad. That's it. I'm very bad, like without an actual person hitting me. I'm just not too good in general about that. But if you practice that and you're good at it, it's really, really good. Just let me change the weather. Another thing you want to learn is wall bridging. I've already talked about that like a second ago. But wall bridging, I need to emphasize on wall bridging, because wall bridging is very, very important. Let's say you're down here. You don't know how to wall bridge, you have to do like this. That is so slow, but if you're wall bridging, if you know how to wall bridge, I mean, let's say you clutch down here. Watch this. Yeah, you know what I mean, because that, like, I wasn't bothered to build the rest. You know what I mean. So wall bridging is very, 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 very important. So another thing, a really, really good thing that you can have is always when you're playing someone and they're right next to you, like him, they're like him. You're about to fight them. If you're not confident that you're gonna beat them, try once. If you beat them and you think like beat them by a lot, you know you can win, then just fight them. If not, if you're not confident or you're not bothered to fight or whatever, build up, build over them, and then you can just hit them like that. If you want to hit them, you can just run past them. Another really important tip was what was it? You have to I'm forgetting. Oh yeah. So when you're bridging, what you need to do is that you need to make sure you want to learn how to stop bridging. I know it's weird, Cubecraft stops you sometimes, but the best way to not get hit by arrows is to stop bridging, especially for the Hive players out there. Okay, now, some good ways to stop bridging are the easiest way is, look, watch this. Let me just, so I can show you the different examples. So normal stop bridging, you have to press S. Okay, that's basically for all types of bridging. Then for bridging, there's another method you can use to stop bridging, which is to stop jumping, then you stop. It's much easier. And the final method you can use for stop bridging is the hardest method, but it's the most effective. Also, that relates to the next point that I need to talk about. So the next method is that you need to. This game is sometimes really annoying. Oh my god! Yeah, see, that happens sometimes. That's why you need to practice. I don't have enough bridging practice. So you need to bridge and then crouch. Yeah, it doesn't work sometimes. It's kind of hard. Let me try that again. You can still hold space, because I know some people like me, your finger just hits space continuously. Yeah, it's annoying. Also, another really extremely, I'm emphasizing on this point, for PvPers, you know what jump resetting is. Jump resetting, for the people that don't know, is basically jumping when someone hits you to reduce knockback. There's also something called crouch resetting, which is the same thing as jump resetting, but with crouching. It's less effective, it's harder, I know. But if you're trying to play bridge, look at me in the eyes. It's really important that you use crouch resetting. Crouch resetting, yeah. Crouch resetting, yeah. So because look, if I was to do a clutch here, and I jump because the guy hit me, then I'm gonna die. You have to remember, always when you're falling, hold crouch. That's basically the way. Hold crouch. Like, make it a habit of yourself. Any survival world, hold crouch. It's also good because it reduces damage. But the best thing is when someone's fighting you, say this man fighting me here. Okay? He's fighting me. Oh, he's on the corner here. He's looking at me like this. Okay? He's about to hit me off. I do this, and I clutch with crouch. Okay, but look what happens when you have thing. It's harder because if you hold back for a little bit too long, you're kind of done. So crouch is really important. You have to remember to crouch, not to jump. And I guess that's it for part 1. So if this video gets 20 likes, or just generally if it gets a lot of views, I'll do part 2. Part 2, we get interviews from people that have loads of wins on bridges, way more than me. People that are more experienced on bridges, and potentially even some of the best bridgers ever if this gets enough views. But I doubt that's gonna happen. Prove me wrong. Goodbye. I'll see you guys later, and my name's Matui. I post videos every 1 to 3 days, and subscribe.